Do you know it? Do you know how this goes? This is what I do. I said, my name is Beta Rock, and together we can change the world. And then I sometimes now lately take off my glasses, but at the beginning I had more things to say, but that took too long. In Hebrews 10:26-31, and things that matter. That's why I kind of want to say them a lot. Maybe we'll have an introductory video on Beta Rock's website before too long. But anyway, got something to say here. Thought about putting it on Facebook, and I'm like, no, this one is has enough merit to find its way as a Beta Rock message. This is important. This is really important, and I'm not going to tell you everything, and time will reveal what needs revealed. This gets me fired up when we'll see what comes out. I've not yet cried on a Beta Rock message. I don't think this is going to be a crying message, but it's important. Okay. My name is Beta Rock, and together we can change the world. This is not the Beta Rock show. This is the Together show. Okay, this is the you show in your damn house. Okay, and what that looks like inside of Beta Rock Nation. What does this look like? Okay, my name is Beta Rock, and together. Okay, emphasis. What do they call that in English? What do you call that? Syllables like Solenberger, Solenberger. What are you emphasizing? Together. I'm the king, but it's lowercase, and as the thought process is going, this gets to this. Like, it's not about me. I mean, we need a me to get the thing done, but it's ultimately about y'all and to have a power here. And I like the picture that I put as the thumbnail, because I was like, which of these? And I'm like, no, this is exactly it. The Phillips house likes this sign, but we're saying the same thing here. What is Beta Rock Nation? People might want me to sit down and make a plan, and I'm thinking about a plan about work. Okay. But I think it might just be more principle for a bit. And we do have rules. We got the Bible. Basically, Beta Rock Nation is this idea came to mind. I'm going to tell it to you right now. Where we're on a ship. Okay, the ship is symbolic of Beta Rock Nation. Hey, we like the ship. Okay. Now, where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? I don't know. John 3:8, the wind blows wherever it pleases. I mean, do you see this? How tremendously interesting that is. I don't know. Oh, wait, you want to be the king? Well, I want to go to Rome. What about you? Or do we, we got some guides there little, but till things become clear. I mean, really, Ivan was San Diego got on the table yesterday a little bit. I don't know. I mean, till God writes it on a wall. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, these are guides. Got to have vision. The Bible says, without a vision, people perish. I mean, we need some structure. Here's some structure. Okay, the shippy. We like to ship. One of those ideas is, well, John 3:8, Lord, may I be your wind here now. I want to do that with every Beta Rock Nation. God, you speak. I mean, sometimes, God, did I put you first? Proverbs 3:5 and 6. Trust in the Lord. Acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. And acknowledge, like, am I doing that now? I mean, really? Because I can get going, huh? I am a narcissistic person. I mean, is that a bad word? I think it is, because it has this element of evil inside. But to the idea of confidence, I'm that with steroids. I mean, like, and I'm not even listening to any criticism about it. Trust me, okay? Really, God takes care of my arrogance, the bad part. Really. I can show you different bruises. I stubbed and fall, broke the coffee pot. Is there? Sure. It's like God, and I just decided every time I object, because pride is there. But at the end, let him take care of me. You worry about your own self and your own household. Men. The shippy, back to this idea. We need a sail. Okay, the sail is the dusty book called Holy. We'll put that up. We know that. Who knows then? Okay. We got a bunch of rules. Got a bunch of rules. Now, what made me think about this? Okay, because I've thought about this before. What does government look like in Beta Rock Nation? I mean, this theocracy and all this, it's a God, and all, what First Samuel 8, I'm given the pictures that I see. And this here one about, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Well, I think that this is pretty clear here. I mean, we'll talk about this. That, I mean, Republicans have this idea, so it's not like people haven't thought these thoughts before. But I mean, basically, we're not too governing. But we're governing in the sense that the Phillips house is run by Mr. Phillips. And what the Robinson house, I think those were some names in that little thumbnail I did, is run by Mr. Robinson. And so I'm the damn king with the lowercase. And we got a capital K king. But as for some details, a lot of details, where government's kind of like, hey, this is between you and God. Do you want a tattoo? We're not sure about that exactly, but probably no. Okay. Kind of slipped that tattoo thing in there and the wind blew. Okay. But a verse like that people put on a little sign that's all nice and pretty. Well, I shared with my friend last night. He might be about my third or fourth best friend. History together. I sent him some nice things today. Sit around and think about that. Eskimo and love and needing some words. I said, I love you, but I want a better word. In Beta Rock Nation, we can do this. And we're going to make a new word for, words to describe. And I gave him a thing that we had shared. It's very intimate. I mean, not sexual. I mean, just, we both know it was wrestling. I don't want to get into it. It's special. But I think it touched both of us. We remember it all these years later. So whatever happened then, that's a word that describes what I see our relationship as. And maybe we can advance. Put that on the rock. I don't know. I want a little bit more, even than that. Anyway, but because he has this special place in my life, I told him, let me think. Yep. Okay. He's the only person that, no, second, my counselor knows, and my retired, graduated counselor, he knows. This one does not win. Like if Donald Trump would sit down with his political advisors, if he has these, he might not. He probably does, I guess. He just does what he wants. That's Beta Rock. Okay. Really. I listen now. I haven't said this to a lady. She wrote me back yesterday. Like, this is just, I love living the way I'm living. I mean, really, I got sad last Sunday. So I mean, it's not like I don't get depressed every once in a while. We'll see how this goes. It's Friday, but right, boy, we'll see. Anyway, get my thoughts together. I told my friend this thing, and he said, well, that is definitely not going to win you approval. I mean, like, yeah, this one is, and it's so, I'm going to use the offensive. That it needs to be said in a proper particular order of things. And this, I'm sorry, I just can't talk freely right now. It can change some time. Will. Not that I ever don't live without constraint, but these constraints are put on me by law that are inappropriate. But we'll go with it. God's in control. All right. Could make the messages a little more clear, better. But in due course, this little thing here needs to be, and I'm not going to tell you what the thing is. Okay. But I said it to my counselor, and I thought, well, would he go like flat down on the ground, like, oh my God, that did it. 911. Hello, I got a crazy person here that needs to be taken to the 302C because he's already done 302B. Could you come pick him up because he's crazy? He didn't. Again, so that had a measure of value. Like, hey, I gave him the morsel of a thing that just puts like an American president where he says in there, you can't take freedom of speech and not let people burn the flags and talk at the highest level that they will die for against the thing that you will die for. Like then now you said freedom of speech. You said in a poster, no, it only comes to be true when it gets to that level. Right. And this is one of these things. Like you can say, as for me and my household, we're going to serve the Lord, where the power sits with the Joshua, with the man. Okay. And you can say that until you want to do what I'm proposing, and then it really puts it to the test. And this will happen. it will. There's no doubt. All right, I've done decided. I mean, you see how easy it is for me to swaver off that Hebrews thing that says about not being double-minded. God, I get swayed to winds and things, and a brush wind, and however those things in the Bible, like brush and blow into it. Like I'm not, but I mean, this one, when I tell it, even when it comes out of my mouth, it's like, see, you just don't believe. But okay. I did I don't know how to say it other than how it came out with him. Like I'm 99% sure about this. 99. And then I woke up and I'm like 100. Yeah. No matter the cost. Republican. You gotta let the people do less government. I mean, this is real. Beta Rock Nation has definitely got that Republican flair that it's going to be the Joshua people. And that's what we're going to do. Fuck you. Okay. Really, even when you do these things over there in the west of the Mississippi where the Democrats and Biden are hanging out being crazy people, Beta Rock's going to be like, that's where you can go then. If you don't want to do this, then fuck you. Okay. That's on the back of the sign. Okay. Really? We're going to trust God. This is a biblical principle, no matter the cost. But it's good. That's where I also get convinced into this, because I don't want Absalom. I don't want me. There's things here. I sent a bomb. Okay, not a bomb, like a word bomb to this friend of mine. And after I sent it, I'm like, God, that's where that proverb thing, did I get you involved with this? Oh God, if it's already done. Okay. Were you there? Did I not? Oh, probably honestly didn't. She wrote me back something though, but I'm like, well, what's done is done, but hey, it was really vibrant. It didn't knock her down. And I now I'm thinking about it. So I guess that's the message here. This is a picture of Beta Rock Nation. There'll be plenty, and there already are thousands. I mean, the Dusty Book is big. There's a lot in here. And it's vibrant. I mean, did Jesus lie in that passage I talked about, I think yesterday or the day before? What? You're going to govern a nation in squishy? We're going to govern a nation in holiness. We're going to put that Bible up there in a sail. Achilles had a black flag. I got a white one. But the tenacity of Achilles and the tenacity of me are the same. I love that man. And you need pictures. You need to understand what you're doing. You need guides. And this is one. I love it. You can sit back and we can be happy about the general idea that This isn't Beta Rock controlling every button. I mean, that's why really, like, put on armor. I mean, these are things I think about all the time. Yeah, over the years, like when David wanted to go fight Goliath, Saul's like, well, put on this stuff. You got to be safe. No, no, no. But by and large, we don't need no damn armor. The battle belongs to the Lord, and we sing glory, honor, power, and strength to the Lord. AI. I mean, that's the beauty of the Bible. Charles Stanley was preaching that earlier in the week to me. And then I'm like, this is exactly it. They had just won Jericho, and Charles Stanley was preaching. This is why I'm having a conversation tomorrow with a friend. Hopefully I can remember these things. Like, why am I a Christian? Because of this old dusty book called Holy, amongst, anything that might come out of my mouth. But this is the one. If I didn't meditate on this day and night, it comes out of nowhere. But I've got AI as an example. Like, right, because when we win this battle, when we get Beta Rock Nation established, there's going to be more problems. Just came up on Yellowstone, the same idea. There's going to be problems. But you know what? In the midst of these problems, we're not going to look to God blankety blank Biden. I mean, God love him. He's just in a fucked up American system where we've got to do democracy, and they need to be something other than Republican. So he sides up with the devil and starts a whole thing. And the Democrats are basically devil. I mean, because Republicans are Christians, best they can be, at least in the general sweeping dynamics of what this is. My friend that I was telling the thing about, that I'm not going to tell you, the vibrant thing, he said that John Piper was siding with Biden. I'm like, that's ridiculous. That just means, John Piper's balls then just went, I mean, he doesn't got them. And he really doesn't. He's so nice. I mean, his theology is good, very good. But he doesn't have, he's not Achilles. He's not Beta Rock. I was worried about, now that I'm starting to bring not that I don't, I'm public as can be, but I'm bringing that into my work, into my real world. So it's going to be different. And I thought about, well, maybe I could, be quiet, to protect. Nope. I'm going to be on that ship, and that's the flag, not the flag to sail. And wherever it goes, if it goes with my work, fine. If it doesn't, then we'll go somewhere else. I think it will, but we'll see. Okay, we don't know. But that's why we need guides. But this is one. Right. What do you think, Joshua? What do you think, Mr. Phillips? What do you think, Mr. Robinson? It doesn't matter one fucking bit what I think. The king even. I mean, council and different things that might come up, and we'll see here. But I want to step into this. I'm not really sure. I want to step into this vision setting that I set with my work the other day, and I'm not really sure. I don't want to go effing it up by putting 27,000 rules in place or giving simply David armor that he doesn't need. In fact, it hurts him. Let's relate and see what God has for us, what God has for you. So you don't even feel necessarily like, you feel like your own king. You don't need to do porn anymore because you're the king of your fucking castle. Okay? Stuff like that. We like Beta Rock. He did it. Good job. But on a day-to-day basis, like, I got my own shit problems to deal with, and I don't need Biden fucking them up. Okay? Or me. That's what I'm saying. Your house, your kingdom, have at it. Because that's what the old dusty book says. Now, let's turn to Leviticus, and we got some rules. I mean, it's not that this doesn't already have a bunch of rules, but there's a lot of liberty, and these liberties matter. And my little secret that I've told 2 humans about will someday become public, and then we're all going to know. But it's all based on this. It's all based on this because I believe that you all know, I know it, that you got things like this that matters. This is where the shit hits the fan, and you're either in or you're out, and this is what matters. But it matters. It really matters. You F it up and you get Absalom hung in a tree. Take it for what it is. God, help me to guide this. Help me to have the courage. Help me to stay steadfast. Help me to remember to ask you for the guidance. I mean, I want to pray a prayer that it just pervasive, but that's not, you won't accept that prayer. It'll, no, you're jealous and want me to do it all the time. You don't go into AI without me. Even though you slayed Goliath, whatever it might be, we're going to get a Beta Rock Nation. That's a Mark 11 prayer. It's done. Well, do you fight for Agamemnon or me? Fight for me. In Jesus' name. We're going to have fun. Amen.